One of the features of Word is being able to alter the margins, the indents and the alignment of the text. That's what we're going to look at here. Now you can do a lot of this directly from the paragraph section of your home ribbon bar. Now it doesn't have everything on there, so sometimes you do have to revert to the paragraph dialog box, and you can get to that by clicking this little arrow button just along the bottom edge where it says paragraph, and that will bring up a dialog box which gives you the paragraph settings like that. Now most of this can be done from the screen. Let's go through first of all the alignments from here. So let's go into our document. Now remember, anything in the paragraph section will affect a paragraph. So if I'm clicked in this paragraph here, I don't need to highlight it. If I want to alter just this paragraph, I can just click my cursor anywhere into that paragraph. Now I'm clicked in this paragraph, let's bring up the paragraph dialog box and have a look. So first of all, we have the alignment. Now we can do this up here in the paragraph section of the ribbon on the home: left, center, right and justify. So we got the alignment here: left, centered, right and justified. So by changing these, it does show me in a preview before I commit to my options. It gives me an example down here, and you can see it's centered the text, or maybe I want it aligned to the right, or maybe I want it fully justified. That's where it gives us a straight edge on the left and the right. I've also got down here indentation, left and right. Now that's how I indent just this paragraph. If I use the spinner button to click up or down, I can move the indent maybe 2 centimeters from the left. Now again, I see this on my preview. I won't see it on here until I click OK. Now there are some special indents, as well as being able to adjust where the text goes in on the left and the right. There's also ones called first line and hanging indent. First line is obvious, it will only indent the first line of a paragraph. Hanging will change everything but the first line. Down here we have the spacing. You can alter the spacing of a paragraph before and after. You can also change the line spacing. At the moment it's single, but I could change it to various spacing options. If we click OK, we can see what we've done. We've done the full justification. Note that the left and the right side is nice and straight. That's fully justified. We've also indented from the left 2 centimeters that paragraph. Now there's a much better way of doing this indentation, and that's to do it by visual viewing. And what we mean by that is that you can adjust these just by eye. And for this, we need to show the ruler. Now, if you look just above my document, I have this ruler showing here. Now, some people may not have that showing. To turn this ruler on and off, you go into the View ribbon, and you'll see in this section here called Show, I've got this ticked called Ruler. If I don't have that ticked, I won't see the ruler. So if I tick that, it brings up the ruler. I always leave this on because I find this quite useful. Now if we have a very close look here, now remember I am clicked in this paragraph, so everything I do on this ruler will affect just the paragraph I'm in. On the ruler you'll see there's these little markers. On the left hand side we've got 3 markers. There's a triangle pointing down, a triangle pointing up, and a little rectangle at the bottom. Over on the far right there's just one little triangle pointing up. Now all of these do different things. For example, if I want to alter this indent here manually, I can put my mouse over the little rectangle at the bottom. As you'll see, as I hover over it, it says left indent. That means I can now grab it with my left mouse button. You'll see I get a line come down the screen, and I can slide my mouse to the left and to the right. So now I'm altering my indentation visually. I can see exactly what I'm doing here. If I want to alter the right indent, I can grab the single marker over here. It tells me it's a right indent, and with my left mouse button held down I can adjust this left or right. The other 2 markers on the left, if we hover over the top one, it says first line indent. Now watch what happens in my paragraph as I alter this. Again, I click and drag, and you'll notice it only alters the indent on the first line. The second little marker is called a hanging indent. When I grab that and slide this, you'll notice it alters everything but the first line of that paragraph. So that's what the markers would do. I would prefer to use these because you can do it visually. Unless you're looking for accuracy, you don't need to go into the dialog box. Moving on to these down here. Now remember, what we have here are multiple paragraphs. In previous courses we looked at what denotes a paragraph to a piece of text. Now these are all paragraphs. So if I was to click on one of these and adjust these markers, they would only adjust the one paragraph that I'm in. If I wanted to alter all of these, I would need to select those paragraphs. I've now selected multiple paragraphs, so if I was to indent these, they all move as I slide along my ruler. And that brings us on to the second part of the paragraph, which is the spacing, the line spacing. Now if we go back to our home ribbon, you'll notice that in the paragraph section we have this button here, which is called line and paragraph spacing. If I click on the drop down, you can see it shows me how I can space the lines out. Now at the moment it's set to 1, which is regular, but watch as I hover over these what happens to my paragraphs. I can alter the spacing between each paragraph just by adjusting these here. So I could put 1.5 spacing between each paragraph.